the ground station. It's a Samsonite ABS. I think it's called the Executive. It has a combination lock, which you all know the combination to now. Which doesn't really matter because somebody will just break it open if they steal it. But anyways, it's a nice novelty for airplanes and that kind of thing. I've got, on the outside, I've got two antennas. This is one of the FR 632 antennas. This is the high sensitivity 8532, I think, or something. Inside, I'm just about to rewire this whole thing, so I wanted to document it before I would rewire the whole unit. But we have over here the RC832H, which is a high sensitivity receiver, supposedly. It's running through a very short cable, 18 inches, to this antenna up here, so that I can test antennas by selecting that only. Here I have the quad with the GoPro that I've been flying. This is the HBX frame with the Kevlar bottom plate. It's quite a heavy camera on the front there. GoPro lens on a 600 Fat Shark lens, or a Fat Shark camera. Clover leaf. Dirt bike Enduro. Tattoo battery on top of the 1800. Quite a small battery. Antenna here, antenna down there. Good to about 400 meters, I would trust it. Maybe 500 meters. FR Sky. V8R receiver, so quite an old receiver, not a fancy new one. We've got 600 milliwatt VTX on the back. That's the one that I soldered the case. So we just tighten that up when we go flying. So there's the quad. Extra antennas, helical antenna, homemade. That's for the high sensitivity. We have a panel antenna in here that's 17 dB. It's about this big, 5.8 gigahertz. This also comes out, so you can pull this antenna out and then place it outside. The other antenna for the FR 632 is up here. So we have this panel antenna, which is the primary antenna facing outwards. And then we have optional clover leaf here that we can use on the diversity receiver that's in here. I've got Fat Shark goggles. Put desiccant in there, which is that stuff that absorbs moisture. These are the new V2 Dow props. They're pretty good, but I think they're really heavy. I get this feeling that they're super heavy. I haven't weighed them yet, but man, they are super strong. I'm marking crashes so that I have my props marked on here. Every time I crash, I put a tick mark on it so I know that how old the props are. It's pretty important if you're taking them off to move around. Got my transmitter here, it's just a 9X. I have this foam on it in order to protect the throttle position because these gimbals will stick and be adjusted off and you won't be able to fix it. I'm not sure how to fix it. I've tried opening them up and resetting them, but once they're bent, I think they're bent and then you don't have a good feel. So I put that on top to prevent it being crushed by the top here. This is my Fat Shark cable here. And pull that out when I first get to wherever I'm going. And then I've got my Fat Shark cable ready to go. Take my transmitter out. Oh, second quad module. I fly a module for each quad. So take our transmitter out. It has the 9 dB antenna on it. And here's the Tattoo 16,000 mAh 15C battery, and that powers the whole ground station. Under this foam we have the DVR. We've got the Eagle Eyes Diversity, which is running between the high sensitivity receiver over here and the 632, the FR 632 that's down there, which runs through two cables to the antenna at the top and the panel antenna here. Good quality, heavy duty cable, well insulated, coax type cable. This is my power mess that I'm going to have to fix. I don't need all this extra wire. This is from many iterations of this kit. This is important. One of these magnet current controllers, suppressors. It's a TDK, and it's going on the power to the DVR, which has improved the DVR picture, as well as the receivers. This is a Wi-Fi transmitter that can take video in from the diversity. The DVR has this power and video in for recording the signal. There's the front. I have to start it manually and reset it a lot. This also works with the Quantum V2 head goggles, so I can unplug this and plug it into the headset and let somebody take a ride while I'm flying, which is very useful when you're trying to make friends, just experience things. So we're going to basically rewire all this and see if it's probably going to clean up the signal quite a bit, because I have a lot of loose power sources here that I can use with other devices, but I think that I'm beyond that now. I think I've found a good system and a good setup with these 3 receivers. Basically the diversity receiver, and then the diversity eagle eyes, and as well as the high sensitivity receiver. So packing up is pretty quick. So if they're looking for you with the helicopters in the park, you can pack up really quickly. Here I go. Put the radio in, put the antenna down, put the Fat Shark goggles in, put them there, take the props, put them there, make sure the bag's tilted up, take the quad, stick it upside down, manipulate the props so that it fits, put in the antenna, put in the extra module, throw in the cable, close the case, make sure that the cables aren't going to impede the closing of the case. Everything's away from the edges. There we go. And this is a backpack as well, so I can use it on the motorcycle. It looks pretty goofy, but it's pretty techy, I guess. So, and it's got a reflective tape for riding. And then all the crap that I've bought is on the front there. There's the 16,000 mod tattoo right there. And I got 2 3-cells out of a 6-cell, so that was quite a good deal for a battery that had a huge dent in it. This is my battery bag. Used batteries on the outside. All of these are charged, but here's the selection for a day. I never get through more than 8 batteries or 7 batteries, so I don't carry too many. But I carry an extra transmitter battery, which is really important. I carry glue stick. I carry lots of extra props. I have King Kong props here. I have the dial props here, and I have also the eBay old style dial props, which are pretty good props. These are the lightest